Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a yellow look and we're going to start on the eyes. We're going to start by priming the eyes with some concealer. And also just a heads up, I did start with foundation and my brows done already. Just because I do kind of take a while on my brows, and so I just went ahead and did that. And once we're done priming the eye, we're going to go ahead and set it with the lightest color in this palette. And we do this just so when we go ahead and move on with other shadows, it doesn't have any patchy areas around the eye. And now we're going to go in with that yellow mustard shade, and that's going to go all over the crease area. And we're going to continue to blend. And also with this eyeshadow look, it's meant to be blown out. So don't come at me if it looks kind of messy. That's kind of what I was aiming for. But in this look, I do use only 2 yellow shades. You'll see the other one. Oh, you'll see it right now. This one's going to be a little lighter, and I honestly just mix the first shade and this one together in the crease area, and I just continue to blow it out. And to blend out these eyeshadows, I go back and forth between 3 brushes. One detailed brush that goes inside the crease area, average size brush that goes and fans out the color that I put inside the crease area, and then I use a bigger blending brush to go ahead and blend out the edges. I just go back and forth. However, eyeshadow's looking, maybe I need more color, I'll go ahead and go with the smaller one. If I need to blend it out, I'll go in with the bigger one. It just depends. And once I'm satisfied with how the yellow looks, we're actually going to go ahead and cut the crease. And we're going to cut the crease with the same concealer we used to prime the lid. And what I'm doing here is putting the concealer on my lash line, and I'm going to go ahead and look up. And that helps give me a guide on where I want to go ahead and start cutting. And then we're going to cut with the small defining brush. I put some concealer on it just so we have a little bit more to work with. And when it comes to this, go ahead and take your time. You want to make sure you have a straight, precise line. And what we're going to use to set it is actually going to be a highlighter. This is the Illuminati from Artist Couture. And we're going to use like a thick pencil brush to go ahead and set that. I don't want like a blending brush just because I want to make sure I don't go over the line of where we cut. And once I'm done setting the lid, I'm actually going to go back in with the yellow shade and grab a flat liner brush to go over where we cut. Just because I want a little bit more color there. I feel like it pops way better. You can do it if you want. If not, that's fine. It's just a preference thing. And since I didn't cut the whole crease, we're going to go back in with that yellow shade from the first palette, and we're going to put it on that outer corner. And we're also going to try and blend it in with the lid shade. We don't want to tell where the lid shade ends, and we don't want to tell where the yellow begins. So we're going to try our best to go ahead and blend the two together. And I'm also going to go in with a light brown shade just to make the outer area a little dark, get a little depth in there. And once we're done with that, I actually went ahead and went off camera to do my other eye and did some liner as well. But that's pretty much it for the eye. We'll do the under eye later. So we're just going to quickly go in with some concealer, and we're going to finish the face. And I'm also going to go in and clean where the liner is. I don't want the eyeshadow going past the liner, so we're going to clean that up. And I know there's a harsh line right now, but we're going to go in with a clean brush, and we're just going to go ahead and feather that out. Don't do swirls just because it'd be pointless for you to do concealer if you do swirls, just because the shadow will just go ahead and come out of where you just cleaned, if that makes sense. So very lightly just feather out that harsh line. And I know this is only my second video, but honestly the face routine is For the most part, exactly the same as the first video. I think the only different thing I do is the product I use from contouring. But honestly, everything else is the same. I set with the same powder, use the same routine. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let this play out. So I usually use the Tarte Pro Glow palette, but today we're gonna use the Cover FX palette, and we're gonna go in that contour shade. But yeah, like I said, this is the only different thing that I do. I wanted to try out this shade. I think I did pretty well. Kind of still like the Tarte Pro Glow palette, but this can always be a backup. Yeah, I think this shade is a tad bit more cool tone than the Tarte palette, but it still works. And even though all these steps are the exact same as the first video, I'll go ahead and lead you guys through these ones as well. So here's my bronzer. I go in with a small brush first to go ahead and lay out where I want the product, and then I go in with this fluffier brush to go ahead and just blend out. Now we're gonna go in with the air spun, and that's just to go ahead and cut the bottom of our cheeks to go ahead and sharpen everything up and clean everything up. And I don't leave that on very long, maybe like less than a minute. And then we brush that off with a bronzer brush. And same highlight palette as well, the Pure palette, and we just put that on our high points. Cheeks, nose, forehead, chin, and then our eyebrows right underneath. And even, I know we have glow already, we have a lot of glow, but I still go in with my inner corner is just a must. Unnecessary probably, but I have to. And to finish up the eyes, we're gonna go ahead and line the bottom lash line with that same brown shade we used earlier. And we're just gonna go from outer corner to inner corner, and we're gonna go tight line that. Then we'll go back in with that yellow, and we're just gonna blow that out from inner corner to outer corner as well. And we're gonna blend that not too low, but to where you're able to, you know, see it. And we're gonna go in with that same mascara. And like I said, I take forever on mascara because I do not use falsies, so I just skip over a lot of that. And we're gonna go in with our lippy, our lip liner. And I know there's already color going on the lid, so just to go the safe route, we're gonna stick with nude on our lips. And we're gonna end this with some gloss. And I like to scrape it on my hand, you'll see it right now, just because I know gloss is hard to get out. So we'll scrape it on my hand, and then it makes a lot of product get off easier. And we'll put on our lip. And that's kind of my whole look. Thank you for watching.